Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We got the good guy, bad guy Prizewall, and we are going to break it down for you. Number one, as always, big shout out to the J Nasty Booty. Thank you so much for all your help, as always. Number two, you know what it is. Wait and see until the very end till you pick up all your Prizewall medallions. And number three, and last but not least, this depends on your rooster, or I mean your roster. Do what's best for your roster. Make sure that you feed your rooster. You know the deal with that. Do what's best for you in the short term. So let's bro. So first off, if you want to, this would be the worst option possible because TAMA Chameleon is overpriced. He's not that nice. That's actually a lie. He's actually pretty darn good. But if you, this is what Jay Nasty and I like to call the IQ test of the weekend. If you have enough medallions to get him and did not get him, you spent too much. So he's not something that I would go after at 6-star bronze, especially because if you spent that much, you're probably really close to recruiting him anyways. The number one thing on this prize wall has to be the Thomas chest plate. I always recommend getting the new plate the first weekend that it does come out. You never know in the future who that is going to be really good on. And right now it makes a lot of tricksters a little bit better, and some of them it's going to make a lot better. And for the time being, I would take the plate. That would be my number one thing. Number two on this list then is there's still plates. There's actually lots of really good plates within here that you might not have not even had a chance to get, or you had chosen other things. But in terms of plates that are really good to get, Bubba's Raised Specs is really good for the same price, and the Timeless Style. So if this new TAMA Chameleon is not, and his plate is not up to your speed of things that you want, Timeless Style works really, really well. So does the Bubba Specs. I would hold off from a Mark of a Hero. It's not actually that really good of a plate. The Unbreakable Crown is actually a good cascading type of plate. So there's 3 of them there that you can get. So that's where I would sort of head to next before I would head into any of these smaller plates. Before you got any smaller plates, I think the number 3 thing on this prize wall is going to have to be shards, right? So shards for a lot of really solid characters out here, including last month's chase in Dragunov. Solo, who can be effective with a drip plate. Umanga, shout out Goldie, who is just amazing, one of the best tricksters in the game. Julius Creed, also another really, really good poster that you can go after. And then after that, there's also Maxine. So a lot of good posters out there that you can get yourself shards to. But if you are in the free-to-play range, you probably got somewhere between 3,000 and 6,000 of these medallions, give or take. So getting yourself another MP plate like a Phenomenal Flow or a Glowing Phantom. Oh, we're moving the wrong things around the screen. Also good options to get. Usos Cap really only fits a few people with the Silence Gems, like a Hall of Fame Nash, who's eternally slow, and the other tech, Becky, who's decent still, but it depends on where you are in the game. Last but not least, before we get the last but not least, there's actually some straps up here. So if you get the TAMA Chameleon new bloodline, you can get himself either a guaranteed strap, or you can grab yourself a chance at a strap with some RNG. Entirely up to you if you actually want to spend the medallions here. I usually don't recommend going after the strap of person unless you really need it, but I think plates are the better value at that point. So after the straps, that's when you can go into the econ, spend your money on getting some lower ends, and last, well, at least as I said, the econ is out there. All right, so that right there is the TAMA Chameleon prize wall. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for coming out to class today, Brofessor out.